Let's see how we record some typical transactions in a double column cash book. Okay, let's say first is balance brought down. Cash 5,000, bank 10,000. So you will write to balance brought down 5,000, 10,000. Right? Second, for cash we saw some of the transactions in a simple cash book, right? I'll focus more on the bank transactions here. Paid commission of rupees 5,000 by check. So when you make a payment of a commission, you debit the creditor's account and credit the bank account because the balance of the bank goes down. And the payments are recorded on the payment side. So you will write by, let's say the creditor is X. Okay, since this payment has been made by check, so we will put it in the bank column. If the same payment was made by cash, you would have put it here. Right? Third, let's say received check of rupees 5,000 from A and 2,000 from B. In B you are given that not put in bank. So you've got two checks, one of 5,000 from A and the other one of 2,000 from B. Okay, so basically for the one you received in A, you've put it into the bank. The moment you put it into the bank, the balance of bank will go up. So it's a receipt. So I will say to A, how much? 5,000, and I will put it in the bank column because there is a receipt of check and not cash. Right? The second check you have received of 2,000 from B, but you have not put it in the bank account. Right? Because you have not put it in the bank account, so you will not make any entry in the bank column. Instead, the entry for this will be, let me just write it here only, checks in hand debit to B, 2,000. Okay, when you actually put this check into the bank account, then you will write an entry bank account debit to checks in hand 2,000. But merely on the receipt, if you do not bank it, you will not debit the bank account. Why? Because it has not gone to the bank, so the bank balance will not increase. It's just lying in my hand, so I put it as checks in hand. Right? Now let me put another entry. Purchased goods on credit for rupees 100 from P, okay, on 1/4/2012 and paid check on 31/3/2013. Now in this case, the day you purchase goods on credit from P, okay, what is the entry that you pass? You pass an entry where you say, okay, purchases account debit to, okay, let me write purchase here, P. Is the bank account involved over here? No. So why should I put an entry into the cash book? So on day one, there will be no entry in the cash book. But when I make the payment and paid check on 31/3/2013, the day I make the payment, I will debit P and I will credit bank. How much is the amount? 100. Right? So the entry will be done on 31/3/2013. Right? Now I told you about a contra entry, but let me just put that also. 5. Withdraw cash of rupees 100 from bank. Right? For this, what will I do? I will receive cash. Cash balance increases. So I will say to bank. How much? 100. I have received cash, so I have put it into the cash column. And here I will receive by cash in the bank column 100. Now, one of the interesting things that you need to note here is that these entries are not posted in entry ledger. So in the ledger folio, you write C, which basically means that this entry is contra. Both the debit and the credit impact are given here only. So there's no further posting which is required. Right? Once you are done with all the entries, you do the totaling. So the totaling has to be done for both the cash column and the bank column. Right? 5,100, 17,000. Whatever is the difference here, you don't have anything. So 5,100 by balance carried down. And here it's 5,200. So 11,800. Please note that normally both these balances will be credit unless in case of bank there is a bank overdraft. In bank OD, what happens is the bank allows you to make payment more than the amount you've deposited. Okay, and it charges interest from you. So in case of those bank ODs, what can happen is that this amount can be 17,000, but this payment can actually be, let's say this was 12,100. So there will not be a debit balance. Instead, there will be a credit balance carried down from here. Right?